Hello everyone, myself Baby Rani, working as Assistant Professor in MLR Institute of Technology in Cybersecurity and Data Science Department. In today's session, I am going to discuss about inbuilt functions in Python. Overview of the presentation is type, ID, print, input, eval. All these are with the help of this we can write the programs. So in this session, we are going to discuss about all these functions. So the first one, type. To check the data type of specific variable, we can use type function. So the type function is used to identify the what type of data it is. For example, x is equal to 2. What type of data? It is integer type. X is equal to 10.3. It is a float type. X is equal to hello world. It is a string type. So with the help of type function, we can find out the what type of data it is. So the simple example, a comma b comma c is equal to 10 comma 20, 20.5 and Python. So the a has one value 10 and b is value 20.5 and the c value is Python. So if I want to find out by seeing the value, we can say that it is the integer type, it is the float type, it is the string type. But if you want to find out the what type of data it is in programming, we have to use the type. Print type of a. So a value is integer. So it displays class int. So here. And the next one, if you want to find out the b value, what type of data it is, means it displays class float. If you are finding out the c is equal to Python, means it displays class string, means it is a string type. So the type function is used to display the what type of data it is. The next one, ID. So the ID function returns identity of an object. So whenever you are declaring a variable a is equal to 10, so it is stored in one particular location in the memory. So it has one ID, is there unique ID. That ID, that is the address of the variable. So that ID, if you want to print that ID, we are using the ID function, ID built-in function. It displays the address of the variable. So all objects in Python has its own unique ID. So the ID is assigned to the object when it is created. Whenever you are invoking, whenever you are declaring the variable, the ID is assigned to that variable. So this is an integer. So the ID of the variable is the integer value only. It is a unique ID as well as it is the integer value. So, and for the given object and remains constant during its lifetime. So up to executing the program, the particular variable ID is that constant value only. It is stored in one particular location. The address of the variable up to how much time you are executing the same program. The lifetime is that only. So that is the ID, that is the address of the particular variable. So the syntax for ID is ID object. So for example, I declared a is equal to 10. A is stored in one particular location. So the ID of a. So object is the variable here. So I want to find out the ID of a. So it is the integer value. It is a unique ID. So the example, print ID of 5. So the 5 is stored in one particular location. I want to find out the ID of 5. So ID of 5 is, this is the integer value. It is the unique ID for the a. So 14800253228. So with the help of the ID inbuilt function, we can find out the address of the variable, address of the value. The next one is the print function. So the print function is a output statement, means it is used to give the result. It is used to display the result. So in some languages, such as say displaying to the screen is accomplished with a function printf. In C language, if you want to print the output statement, we are using the printf. In Java, we are using system.out.ln. So while with Python and most interpreted scripting languages, we are using the print is a statement. It is the output statement. So many shell script languages, some shell script languages using echo for printing the message on the screen. So in C, we are using the printf. In Python, we are using the print. In shell commands or the scripting languages, we are using the echo command for printing the data on the screen. It is echo is also the output statement. So here the example for the print inbuilt function, my string is equal to hello world. So I took one example, hello world. So as my string contain the value hello world. So the print is used to print the value on the screen. So print of my string, it displays the hello world. So my string means my string contain the value, that value is hello world. Another example, you can use the escape characters also. So escape character \n, it is a new line \n. So print hello \n world. So it first prints the hello and \n means it is going to the cursor to next line and prints the next value. So the print statement accepts the escape characters also. Next example, you can use repetition operator also. In the print statement, we can use a repetition operator. See this example, print 10 into hello. So 10 asterisk hello means the hello is repeated 10 times. So 10 means it is multiplying the 10. 10 times it is printing the hello only. The next example, we can use the concatenation operator also. The concatenation means it is combining the two words. So you can use plus operator for concatenation. So print hello plus word. So it is concatenating the two words. So these are the different examples for print. The next one, another way of declaring the print is print string comma variable list, print of. So we can use print statement with string and any number of arguments. We can pass to the print statement n number of arguments also. So see the example, s is equal to Python. So it is the one variable and s1 is equal to Gudio Van Rossum, s2 is equal to 1989. So I want to print all these statements in single line with the help of the print only. So here print hello, yes. Yes means Python was developed by S1. So Gudio Van Rossum in the year 1989. So S means it is displaying the value Python and S1 means it is displaying it is replacing the value with Gudio Van Rossum and S2 is 1989. So the output is hello Python was developed by Gudio Van Rossum in the year 1989. In this way also we can declare the print statement. The next one, print with replacement operator. So we can use the replacement operators are there. We can replace that one also. Again the same example, s is equal to Python, s1 is equal to Gudio Van Rossum and s2 equal to 1989. So here print hello. So here I am writing the curly braces with 0 was developed by 1 in the year 2. So here we are using the format. The format function is used to pass the values to it particular numbers. So dot format of s comma s1 comma s2. The s contain the Python, s1 contain the Gudio Van Rossum, s2 contain the 1989. So s value passes to 0, first variable. The s1 value passes to second value, that is 1. s2 passes value to the 2. So in this way also we can write the print statement. So again the output is hello. Python was developed by Gudio Van Rossum in the year 1989. So we specified the hello only. 0 means Python. Was developed by we wrote and 1 is Gudio Van Rossum in the year and 2 is 19. We are replacing the values with the help of the dot format. The dot format function is used to pass the values to its values. The next one is the input. So in the before slide we talk about the print. The print is the output statement, but the input is the input statement. So input is also called as the input statement. It is used to read the data on the screen. So if you want to give the data at runtime, we are using the input. So this function is used to read the input from the keyboard. X is equal to input, enter any value. So the input is, it takes the value at the runtime. So now we have to enter the value. So we are entering the value 10. So if you want to find out the value, what type it is means, we can use the type function. Type of X. It is displaying the str. Y means, so every value in Python, every value is stored in the form of string only. If you are giving the integer value also, it is stored in the string only. If you want to display it is the integer means, you have to prefix that int of input, enter X value, like this. If you are not giving any type means, it is defaultly stores the value as string type. So whatever you enter as input function converted it into string. It will take it as a string only. So enter any value 10 means the type is str only, string type. If you enter an integer value, still input function convert it into string only. So again the same example means it is the string type. So we need to do the explicit conversion into an integer in your code. So means we need to convert that type into that data into the integer. Means explicit conversion we need to do. So the example. So before input, you can use specific conversion type. If you want to give the integer value means, you have to add the int. If you want to give the float value means, you have to specify the float. If you want to give the string value means, there is no need of specifying the explicit conversion, because defaultly it is taking it as a string. So here X is equal to int of input, enter a number. So it is taking the enter a number of 20. So the type is int. If you are giving the X is equal to float of input, enter a number. So after running this, it asks the enter a number means we have to give the, I am giving 20. So I want to display the X value means print of X. It displays 20.0. You explicitly said na it is a float type, means it adds the extension, that is the floating value. So the next one is the eval function. So the eval function is, why we need to use the eval function? By using eval function, we can also do explicit conversion without using specific data type before input function. If you are not specifying the before input, if you are not specifying any data type means, it is taking it as a string. If you are specifying int means, it is the integer type. If you are specifying float means, it is displaying it as a float. If you are specifying it as a eval means, depending on the value, it specifies what type of data it is. Eval of input, enter X value. So after running this code, we'll get the enter X value means I am writing 10.5. So after, if you want to find out the X type, what type of data X is means, I am using print type of X. It simply displays float. Y means I given the float value. The eval function, depending on the value, it decides the what type of data it is. So before input function, mention eval function, it automatically converts its data type based on the input provided by the user. Whatever the value you provided, depending on that type, it converts. So x1 is equal to eval input, enter a number. So I entered 20. So the type of int is int. Type of value is int. For example, I entered Python. The type of value is string. I entered 20.6. It displays float. So the use of the eval function is in place of explicit conversion, means in float like that. If you are giving the eval, means depending on the user value, it displays the type. It displays the type. So if you don't know the what type of data it is sometimes, so at that time you can use the eval. So in this session, we are discussed about the eval function and print function, different ways to declare the print function, and the type. So what if it is used to find the what type of data it is, and the ID also. So it is gives the unique ID for the every variable or the every object. Thank you.